first race was an exciting, amazing, adventurous event. Exciting because, women and girls of all ages were in the race. I mean, we had pregnant women. At that point, we had Dr. Ruth Beagle and Miss Christian and, our elders, and everybody in between. And the spectators were, curious and why are we here? And, we never had any event like this on St. Croix. And there were a few sponsors, not as many as there are now. My medical lab was one of the sponsors. And just seeing how the numbers have grown, how the community's awareness has grown through the race, so that the initial skepticism and resistance to the idea of speaking out about violence has really morphed over the years. It's not completely gone, but it's more acceptable now to talk about it and to take action to erase it. So that's been one of the biggest impacts that I've seen.
And what do you think will be the message that carries through to Women Race, 105? What do we know that we're going to carry as part of Women Race as it evolves over the years? Aside from that impact that you just talked about, which is important.
Well, I'm an old community activist.
Mm-hmm.
And our motto was you agitate, you educate, and you organize. And so when a coalition was being formed, I used to write articles for them. It's not okay to beat your wife. Stuff like that. That really irritated and agitated a lot of people. But then began the real education. Being able to speak out, having women who survived domestic violence begin to speak out and come forward. And then really organizing, not only for the victim advocacy services, but then all of the other kinds of things that the coalition has done. And as the rising tide lifts all boats. So as the coalition became more sophisticated in its work and in the reach that it could have, the community has also kind of risen to the occasion. And now with the Me Too movement, men and women, I can see their coalition, moving in to help us address that issue and eradicate it over time. Because the younger people are growing with an awareness of this.
Yes.
That it's not okay to hit me. It's not okay to beat me. It's not okay to it's not okay to emotionally abuse me. And so that's part of their narrative now. And so, when we see an end to the violence in my lifetime, I don't know, but social change is intergenerational. What we do now is really for the next generation.
Thank you very much, and thank you for sharing the wisdom and for being that amazing voice for these women races over the years.
The only thing that made me miss a race was when my son graduated from college and when my daughter was born.
So you definitely are the voice of the women race.
And it's been such an honor.
Thank you. We're honored by you. Thank you, Adjoa.
I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the kind of support that has grown among the men in our community, among VIPD, where at first the officers are kind of reluctant. Now they're enthusiastic and here every year. And the fact that we went from 5 sponsors, of which, as I said, Beeston Hill Clinical Lab was one of the sponsors, and to over 26 sponsors. And you've got categories, which means some people are giving big money, and some are giving all to the cause of ending domestic violence in our community.